in terms of Bayern Munich moving to Bundesliga, they have been defeated. Uh,
Yeah.
so how was the? I think it was against Frankfurt, right?
Yeah, probably it was against Frankfurt. I don't actually remember.
If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it was against Frankfurt.
Yeah, that was quite a game. It seems like
Well,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, well, it was a last minute, like last 10 minute, or it was in 80 minutes, something 85 or something. Yeah, but yeah, the thing is that like some teams, like Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, um, and some other teams like
Your
yeah.
Union Berlin is one of them. I know where you are going.
Yeah, Union Berlin or Hoffenheim, they sometimes make those sort of like, for example, Union Berlin won the match against Wolfsburg. It was a home game, but yeah, they did it actually. And some, but the thing is that with Union Berlin, so many new players, or also like some players left from the last season, so they are trying to how
Adjust
can I
into
say,
the system.
yeah, like adjust the whole system. But well, Hertha Berlin is like more stable than,
Yeah.
also like they were actually sponsored well. Even like in, I saw that
Speaking of
in,
sponsor, we'll come back to Newcastle, but yeah, go ahead.
well, I saw a meme like the guy, the prince was asking, like, I asked them to buy a fellas and they bought me a football club. It was fun.
Well, St. James Park is a beautiful stadium. That's not bad, Prince. But
Yeah, actually, Newcastle is one of the how can I say,
historic team, yeah.
yeah, historic team. So I don't think it's a bad thing, but or
But
something like this. But
do you think it's good for football though?
it's good for English football in a way.
Is it
But
because we are all of a sudden? I mean, before even this COVID pandemic happened, I think there is a lot of fetish on money being thrown around the players, and one of the reasons that the super clubs are going for Super League is all about money. Right now, the FIFA coming with idea of 2-year World Cup instead of 4 years, right? It's all about money and TV sponsors and everything. But I mean, I don't know. Throwing more money onto the league, is it? Well, hopefully it brings more talent, but is it sustainable model in terms of throwing more money into the clubs?
well, I don't know if you follow the um, NFL or some other games like baseball. There's this movie about, it's called, yeah, it's Brad Pitt was there,
Moneyball.
Moneyball. Yeah, it is actually based on a true story, because that guy who invented the, like the movements, and he actually calculated the movement and make a computer model out of it. And the next season, the coach wasn't there. The other team actually caught up, and they actually bought the whole model. And now, like 2 3 or 4 years later, every team has this sort of model. They hire someone like a computer genius or some economics or something like this to evaluate this process.
Like
And
Juventus have been getting all the free midfielders. Go ahead. Can't resist that.
well, yeah,
Ramsey
but
and Bentancur and also Rabiot. Go ahead.
well, well, the thing is that, like, now it's like the whole so far I read about it like in probably in the Economist or some or Guardian, I forgot actually. So like the thing is that like yeah, it was, well, eventually, like if every team is bought by some millionaire or someone like this, like eventually like the big teams will be will still be the big teams, you know,
But
because
that's what I'm saying. You're just
you are raising up the
inequality.
standard. Like no, it won't be inequality
Well, if
at
it's
one point.
everyone comes up, but what right
Yeah,
now is
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the thing is that about money is that like yeah, you can actually build some sort of computer model, but you cannot actually buy, like get money from, like, you know, Saudi prince or someone else or something like this. There
but
weren't like
for
aren't much people.
someone like Saudi Prince would be way more has more deeper pockets than say for example someone like Sunwing that just is going to sell Inter Milan after being champion of Syria. So definitely, I mean, how can I explain? Um yes, money is important, but too much money. I mean, if you keep putting money on the equation, uh, and that's actually questioning the everything about the financial fair play. If the structure of the financial fair play does bring equality or it doesn't, because there's been a lot of money.
Well, it never actually did, and also like even with this FIFA president
Infantino.
Infantino,
Hmm.
yeah, Infantino, he didn't actually change much um, compared to Sepp Blatter or
Well, they
this
both
Michel
had Bald.
Platini guy. Well, yeah, but the thing is that like yeah, yeah, when is the last time a poor, or not poor, like not, you know,
Leicester City.
mm, no, no, I am not talking about Premier League, I am talking about Champions League. When is the last time a team with like limited resources won? It's 2003 or 4 with FC Porto.
Not even that. Porto was stacked with players.
Yeah,
Well,
stacked with players, but not with money. You know, like I was talking about money, like big
yeah.
clubs have the big monies, and yeah, it's the last time it happened. It's like 15, 16, I don't know,
Eight.
17, 18 years ago.
Let's go to 20 years. Round it up.
Yeah, yeah. So and before that, like if you see it in 90s, Borussia Dortmund won once. Um, who else
Ajax.
won?
Ajax.
Ajax won. Ajax is not actually how can I say powerhouse of money, like with
Well, they're
money, but
not
they have
smiles.
players.
They're
Yeah,
more towards
yeah, like
academy and
yeah, exactly, like human resources and stuff. So like I was saying, like it's like the thing is that like the more globalized the football became, it became more about money, like the whole economic system. You know, like um, now we can get good players from anywhere in the world, and yeah, most of the top, I don't know, top 500 players are playing in Champions League in a way. If you see more or less, like top 500 players is playing in the, how can it be possible? If you ask, they are not playing in the small clubs. They are playing in the, or probably they are actually in the benches. For example, similar sort of skills and similar sort of how
as
can
a
I say
backup player.
per- performance,
Hmm.
but coach is preferring one. So in the past we saw that like there were some spat and they actually go to another club, or probably just to play for the first team. Now, for example, Real Madrid's I can bring Real Madrid's example. They have like four left wingers uh, fighting for the same position. Like Rodrigo is basically warming up the benches, but he's not moving away. because he's ensured that like he is getting paid until the contract end of the contract. So this is the thing, like top 500 players are playing in the Champions League. They're not even wearing the shirts for their team for yeah, even like how many players from Chelsea actually played Champions League last season, like in the first team? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't think a lot
Maybe
because
17, 18 players.
yeah.
Rest of them, like rest 10 players, is not in the not even in the bench. So that is the reality now. Like, yeah, in a way, I would agree with you. Like this inequality or fair play, um, but 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 the thing is that like teams are become like spending more money or asking for more money from their sponsors, uh, as if like it's like a crisis buy or something, like the economist actually
Panic
there
buying,
is a panic buy, yeah, exactly.
or it's a false perception of buying. It's because that's what I mentioned. It's about getting the football world getting fetishized about money, and the agents asking more money. The players are convinced that all of a sudden, one good season, someone like
Yeah.
Jovic, who had one good season, and Piatek, one good season.
And also I would say like also technically we have techniques, we have technologies in football now. We can actually like track anyone's movement anywhere or
True.
anyone's physicality. Like since 2014 and 15, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and probably 2 3 other clubs, they're actually like tracking players DNA based on their family history and stuff like this,
So,
and they're
so, so
actually trying
are
to
they bringing back Puskas' grandson?
no, not something like this, but
Okay.
they are actually like trying to find out like what like find out in young players like what could be their like injuries or stuff like this, like some sort of like a forecast or something like this.
They
So
definitely didn't check with Gareth Bale then.
so it's like it's still in basic level, but the thing is that like we did have those technology, we did have like fantastic tactician behind the game, but we still don't have a perspective about a big picture of the game, like who who is managing the game is not like a big picture guy, is
Yeah,
more like a
yeah,
money hungry someone
yeah,
someone
and
who
I
played.
would say a lot of garbage data has been taken into valuation because right now we have a lot of money and you can throw money on certain things, but not in terms of footballing reason. It's more of power play. Say for example, someone like Malcolm going to Roma, all of a sudden got a call from Barcelona that let's come there. Malcolm came in, spent a year, and then he was sent to Russia. So all of a sudden, it's just panic buying, have the money, short loan, whatever, and then I don't know how these super rich clubs keep doing it. And obviously, Prince of Saudi Arabia buying this club. Well, great for Newcastle fan. Nothing against you. I love Newcastle. I love St James Park. But I don't know if I would like to see another millionaire spending a hell of a lot of money, and you know the. Teams like Aston Villa or Barnsley, they will be waiting for whenever our millionaires coming in. It's like a fairy tale dream. Like whenever my
When
prince
Jesus
comes
will
in.
come.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, and one more thing, like what I meant, like in my previous argument, like I what I meant, like also teams actually need some sort of like a resource manager, like who can give valuation to the resources, like to make decisions based on the that, like normally it's like yeah, even I don't know, like in I studied that actually, but with natural resources, but we I think like we have those equations and everything with economist and everything. Everyone's like, yeah, like every clubs has economists, bankers, and stuff like that. But they still need like some sort of a manager, like a middle guy, like who can actually like um,
It's almost like a
mm,
production
yeah,
manager
exactly. Yeah, it's almost like a production manager who can actually like
or a project manager. Yeah.
yeah, project manager, like who can sit behind and take evaluate all those things and like try to maintain this valuation, like ranking, like a player, like if some clubs like Ajax, like their resources, like their human powers, like where can they get more resources, like how can you make it sustainable, you know like what happened with Barcelona or Milan's, it was actually a teachable moment for every club, I think. So like they need someone who can actually like stop those sort of panic buying and make some sort of like I mentioned the
T-
example with Sancho and
sure.
Daniel James and some sorts.
Just an example that just came into mind whenever you say Barcelona, because it brings a lot of rubbish in my head. So one thing, Barcelona needs money, and Champions League spot would give them the money, and they have a manager they cannot sack because of money. And if they don't qualify for the Champions League and actually gets eliminated from Champions League and don't go to the next round, that is loss of money. So it's money, 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 right, left, center, but they're losing money anyway. And who would have thought they had that amount of money just a few years back? Although it's all loan. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that is the thing. They even in the last year they were in the top three position. Who like
In
in
terms of
earnings?
revenue, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like this is the thing I was telling you. Like like we like in every club there should be a position who can actually like monitor those things. Yeah, in
But yeah,
paper.
Jose Maria Bartomeu wouldn't do that job.
In paper, like club president or some someone.
I'm pretty sure there are accountants who just run numbers, but you're very right. You need someone who has both sides of technical sides, and it could be more than one person. Technical
Yeah,
sides as well as financial sides, and come into
because
terms.
players are also resources, and then nowadays it's not like a resources, it's more like a product or something, like something, a tool to sell or something like this, or a service to pay or something like this. It's not actually
Well, Neymar gets money just to behave well in, in public. He has this contract clause that says that if he behaves well, he doesn't say anything extraordinary bad about PSG, then he would get this bonus. So I was kind of surprised at how much money that they have, that they put on that clause of Neymar's contract saying that, hey, don't misbehave, you're getting paid more. At least in the
and
public eye.
fun. Yeah, funny thing is that like at the end of 5 years contract, it will be a little bit more than 100 million euro. Just to not to say anything. Well,
Oh well. Yeah, I guess we covered a lot of things. But before we move on, is there anything else that you wanna say or touch
no,
upon?
nothing about
I think we're
club.
going on for a long time.